Hello, my name is Sue Mon, and I'm doing a series on different symbols in the Bible. And today we're going to look at the shoe. So, when you see a shoe, what do you think? Well, it protects your feet. You can go where you want to go. You can walk on rocks. You can walk on thistles, thorns, weeds, dirt. You have the capability of going wherever you want to go because you have your feet protected. So the shoe symbolizes authority, your own authority. So let's look at some of the scriptures in the Bible with shoes. The first one, the one that we think of most often, is the one where Moses went up into the mountain and stood before the burning bush, and the Lord said to take off his shoes. So we're going to look at the verse in Hebrew and see exactly what it says. It says, Vayomer, and the Lord said, Al tikrav, do not come close. Halom, you are stricken, seriously affected by an undesirable condition. But what could that condition be? Shalnalecha, drive it out or strip it off, take off, and it's going to be your shoes. Ma'al raglecha, upon your feet. So that's your shoes. So what was that condition? If you think of shoes as being your own authority, Moses was standing before the Lord under his own authority. And the Lord was saying, no, you can't speak with me unless you're under my authority. So take off your shoes, a symbol of your own authority, and be humble and come unto me. Key, because Hamakom asher ata omed, the place where you're standing, alav adamat kodeshu, on him it is holy ground, in the presence of God. All right, let's look at another common verse. This one's in Ruth, where Ruth and Naomi have come back to Bethlehem, and Boaz is going to redeem them. And so he hands the kinsman redeemer his shoe. So in Ruth 4, 7 and 8, it says, now this was the custom in former times in Israel concerning redeeming and exchanging. To confirm anything, one man took off his sandal and gave it to the other. And this was a confirmation in Israel. So if the shoe represents that person's authority, he was handing the shoe to this other person so that that would be a sign that he was giving his authority to do whatever transaction they were doing. I'm going to give you 4 other verses to look up. If you want, you can pause and you can try and look these verses up and see if you have a new understanding of these verses. The first one is Exodus 12:11. Another one's Luke 15:22, Acts 13:25, and Deuteronomy 33:25. And then we'll come back and we'll discuss it. Okay, let's look at Exodus 12:11. It says, and thus you shall eat with a belt on your waist, your sandals on your feet, and your staff in your hand. So this wasn't just a picture of them getting ready to go somewhere. It was also had a deeper meaning, and that could be one of the things was putting your shoes on. In other words, these people had been slaves for 500 years, and so they didn't feel like they had the authority to go and do what they were about to do. So in a way, the Lord was saying, put on your shoes. I'm giving you the authority to go and do what I'm asking you to do. Then you have Luke 15:22. The father said to his servants, bring out the best robe and put it on him, and put on a ring and on his hand, and sandals on his feet. So this was showing that the prodigal son had been given back his proper place in the family, and had been even given back the authority he had as one of the sons. Then we have Acts 13:25. John said, who do you think I am? I'm not he. But behold, there comes one after me, the sandals of whose feet I am not worthy to loose. So John was saying, he was being very, very humble, that he knew that he had been given the authority to do what he was doing, to call people to repentance for the Messiah, but he was nothing like the authority that was going to be given to the Messiah, or to Yeshua that was coming. Then we have Deuteronomy 33:25 says, Asher is most blessed of sons, let him be favored. His sandals shall be iron and bronze. Well, no one goes around in sandals that are iron and bronze. That would be very uncomfortable. I would think it'd be almost impossible to walk in. What it's saying is here that their authority would be very strong and very durable. Now we're going to look at some modern day incidences. When I was a child, Nikita Khrushchev was in the UN, and he had this incident that everybody would talk about he banged his shoe, and he was yelling at people and saying that, yeah, they would take over America. It might take them time, but they would basically, he had the authority to do what he was going to do, and he was going to take over America. Then we have the incident on December 14th, 2008, where an Iraqi journalist threw both of his shoes at the United States President George Bush. This hasn't been that long ago. Most people just thought it was crazy, but if you think of it as a symbol of authority, the man was trying to tell Bush that he should go away because he did not have authority here. Then we have some customs or cultural practices where they take off their shoes. Muslims remove their shoes when praying and entering the mosque. Not only Muslims, but Shiites, Hindus, Buddhists, they all remove their footwear when praying. It is a sign of humility and respect, and they have taken off their own authority. Asian countries like Thailand, Vietnam, Japan, South Korea, Cambodia, and China all respectfully take off the shoes before entering the home in most places. Although if you ask why, most would say for cleanliness, but it was originally a sign of respect and submission to the owner of the home or business. So they were leaving their authority, their shoes, outside the door. So when they stepped into the home, that home had the husband or the man of the house had the authority. So next time we're going to look at the cup. Hope you enjoyed this teaching, and continue to look at the others. Thank you.